This is by Game, exploring the best dead games. I feel like a long time ago I watched a video like this, but probably not this one.
Today we're returning to some of the loneliest corners on the entire internet. Dead games. Press E on it. There we go. Nice. Hey, oh! You good?
Careful with that. That steering's a little
They may have been
wonky.
Indian themselves. I see.
I've tried my best to make sure every game in this video, whether it's 5 or 25 years old, is still a great game. Or at least a good one. Meaning the only thing they're still missing is players.
It's people, yeah. Ricochet.
Over the years, Valve have garnered a notorious reputation over two things: never delivering on time and creating some of the best games from the past 3 decades. Ricochet is one of Valve's classics, and after 23 years, it averages a whopping 3 players.
You left click to throw these little orby things. I got a triple shot. Watch this. So you right click. Boom! I just cut his head off. I killed the player.
Unfortunately, my luck wasn't great, and I was stuck in a lobby with 2 bots who arguably had the worst names possible. Why am I in a server with Elon Musk and Doge?
Unfortunate.
I can't turn around. Okay. How do I even shoot? Oh, okay. Oh, here we go.
So some kind of platformer shooter. Interesting.
It's not gonna let me turn around, is it? No, just don't let me. Just don't let me turn around. Nope.
It actually seems kind of hard. Like you need to be able to shoot and aim while also trying to look where you're gonna land. That's interesting.
Don't let me. Don't do it. For the next 10 minutes while I waited for a real person to hopefully join, I had my ego completely shattered by Doge over and over again. And then eventually Elon killed me, and turns out when that happens, there's a random Twitter account that, for whatever reason, tweets that it killed you, along with your Steam ID. Wait, you've been killed by Elon Musk's bot. If this is your first encounter with him, a tweet has been sent from... Fine. Wait, surely it's not up. Nope. Nope, it is up.
Okay.
Great.
It's the most random thing.
I didn't even get the honor of being called Rai. I'm just a bunch of numbers followed by Steam ID. I just realized the last tweet was sent out 2 hours ago. So that means people do play the game. Ricochet is as uncanny looking as any game released in...
I do know that the swastika, you know, even to this day means different thing, right? I do know about that, yeah. I think it was like in Buddhism, it was also a thing, right? I mean, it was never supposed to be a symbol of hate. I do know a little bit about that, yeah.
2000, but in its heyday, this was one of Big Gabe's most famous creations. After about 30 minutes of me playing against nobody, somebody did finally join, and turns out we're both new to the game. But 2 clueless people is usually better than 1. Oh, there's another server with another person. Surely they're not gonna leave as soon as I join, right? Oh! Alright, in my defense, I didn't know it was starting. Wait, how to turn around? Arrow keys. There you go. Alright, so I'm on red, so I can only travel to red things.
Oh, so you don't use the mouse? Yeah, fair enough.
He died first. Let me just get my arrow keys on him, and then we'll take a shot. I think he's doing the same exact thing.
Okay.
How has he got 4 wins and I've only got 2? Yeah, make that another one. Unlike most Valve games, Ricochet still doesn't have a sequel, not even a source version. But maybe that long-awaited sequel still is on its way. It's just in Valve fashion, a little bit delayed.
I mean, I don't think anything needs a sequel, right? Like, this game doesn't seem bad or anything, but I'm sure it wasn't, like, massive or anything. So, you know, not everything needs a sequel.
You asked him only one question, and I believe many of them wants to know. When are you going to release Ricochet 2?
A bot called Doge got a KD of 30 against me.
Wow. Game 2. Soldner Secret Wars.
This is Soldner, a first-person shooter developed by Wing Simulations and released in 2004. Back then, servers were often filled with over 400 people, but nowadays the numbers don't look so great. I'm confused why it said 2 people. But there's nobody. I feel
like I've seen this game before.
It did take a while of me just staring at walls wondering what to do, but at some point someone called HoneyBadger3 joined the server I was on, along with their friend.
Man, it looks like it reminds me of SOCOM, the old SOCOM game on PS2. They were like tactical military shooters, I guess, where I think you could give order to a small team And yeah, you went around a map like this, taking down enemies. The SOCOM games.
I need seek you. I have a car. Ah.
Not anymore.
Okay, I had a car. Turns out they've been playing the game themselves for a couple months and offered to help me learn a few things over Discord. We spent a while just around, them teaching me the game using Google Translate and me just running around getting myself blown up constantly.
Helicopter in front. Fire rocket.
Oh yeah, I see.
Press 2. Oh. No. Forgot.
Uh-oh.
Oh!
Okay.
Damn.
Oh,
This,
my bad. Sorry.
This is
no,
very
not,
bad.
sorry.
Seems like some
no,
awesome interaction.
Fire.
I'm trying.
Yeah, press, yeah.
Oh.
Press, yeah. Oh.
Oh.
Sorry.
It's
I don't know,
okay,
the game
it's
just
okay.
lags when
Look
you
at this
die.
gun. Look at the mag. It's so big.
Oh, да, AK-47 Big Mac, 100 bullets.
These guys were genuinely doing their best trying to teach me about all the best guns, tanks, and launchers, but eventually they must have gotten pretty bored because Honey Badger offered to show me one of his skills, and I obviously wasn't gonna say no.
Батюшка Ленин совсем уже сох, он разложил взгляд на плесень,
Let's go.
времен, а перестройка все идет.
Some good cheeky blicky vibe.
Ну а вся грязь превратилась в голый лед, и все идет по плану. Все идет по плану.
What I'll see you later.
Ладонь превратилась в кулак.
Da.
Если есть порох, дай огня.
Yes, this is trying.
Good. That's insane.
Стало. И когда в этом
It's funny.
вдруг
They're just hanging out, jamming out.
тогда поймешь, кого ты потеряла.
Damn. Nice.
Sometimes I definitely feel like, I missed out a lot on not being someone who plays or had the opportunity to play a lot of like online games, right? Like when I was young, I didn't have the internet for many years of playing games, so I got so used to playing solo that eventually when I got on the internet, I just never actually felt like playing with people that much. So the last 15 years of being on the internet, I've just been kind of, like I've played some multiplayer games somewhat, but it's still only like, a little bit compared to how much solo stuff I play now. And I definitely, even when I played a multiplayer game, I played like kind of solo. I never went any voice chat or Discord or anything. Maybe a little bit back then when like 2015-16, I played a little bit of League of Legends and Minecraft Battle Royale with some random, and we would talk on Skype. Skype, yes. But that's about it, yeah. So I never had much of like meeting cool people over like games, Never had that experience too much.
You're both really good. He must have spent at least half an hour just playing songs to us, with his mate also giving me a rendition of a Metal Gear song on his electric guitar.
Metal Gear.
These are the type of people Dead Games harbor. As soon as a new player joins, they're more than happy to teach them the ropes, and I honestly would have been utterly lost without them. I should also say I asked Honey Badger, or as his Discord said, Memcola, if he was okay with me including his singing in the video, and after a bit of translating, he said yes. How do I get engineering toolkit?
Equipment. Yeah, engineering toolkit.
Oh yeah, I see. How do I fix?
Press 5 and left mouse. Press 5.
5?
Yeah, 5. No, press 5. One, press 5. And left mouse click.
Oh, there we go. Okay, I got it. These legends took me in for literally no reason when I didn't even speak their language.
It's a beautiful
I tried
story.
asking Memcola if he had a YouTube channel or something that I could link in the description, but he said no. So all I can ask is you guys show him some love in the comments, since I'm sure they'll probably be watching this. By the time our last game finished, there was roughly 6 of us, give or take some people leaving and joining, just driving around in tanks and helicopters, blowing shit up.
Wait me, please.
That seems kind of cool.
We wait. Okay.
Take
don't wait.
Tunguska, Sanya, take Tunguska.
Okay.
He's coming.
Nice.
Oh, nice. I have to go eat. Sorry.
Okay.
Thank you for helping. Thank you for teaching.
Yeah.
Maybe we play again maybe sometime.
Okay. Bye.
See you guys.
That is nice. That is very nice. Well smart, hein. Entry. Cursed food.
Alright,
Trinity,
we're back.
Okay.
I'm
Just
ready.
looking at the
I wanted to
UI, I want to
revisit
check.
Cursed because it's possibly the weirdest PvP battle royale game in existence. The servers aren't quite empty, but they definitely aren't full, and it's really no surprise knowing the history of the game. The whole reason
Never
this
heard of
game's
it.
so weird is actually linked directly to the origin, what it used to be and what really gave the game its charm. Cursed used to be called Cuisine Royale and garnered its own community through not really taking it.
Then I misspoke. I do know the game. Some French YouTuber I watch definitely played this years ago, yeah. I think they got sponsored or something. Interesting.
Itself too seriously, like whacking a cooking pot on the ass of the biggest built man you've ever seen, or putting a skinny pale man in the most beautiful floral shorts in the middle of a war zone. Wait, new game mode. Airborne Assault Force. For some reason, I searched for a squads game for the first match, and after 3 minutes of waiting, there was a grand total of 28 of us. Oh, we're in the battle bus.
I mean,
Numerous battle buses. You can
gonna say
fix
this.
your vehicle with a repair kit from outside. How the do I get out of here? Oh, that's how. Buttocks protection, does that... Yeah, that's what that means.
That's what
Nothing
it
wrong
means.
with that. So, in
Don't
case
want to
you
get shot in the
didn't
ass.
see me play this game last time, it's pretty much Fortnite, but it looks a lot better and it's pretty fucking weird. And if you
I do
think
like
you
the art style a lot
recognize
more.
it's because the game used to be called Cuisine.
It frankly looks a lot like Enlisted, which I stopped playing recently. Even this little part, I ain't gonna lie, this looks exactly like a map from Enlisted. Enlisted is a World War II shooter that I've been playing for a couple months. Actually, I stopped recently, but yeah, like, just looking at this, you would think it's Enlisted. Definitely. Maybe it is another Gaijin game. Wait, this is
Cuisine
literally
Royale.
Enlisted.
I had two teammates, Nohaz and Korok Trell. I made sure the first half of the match was spent
Wait, it is literally Enlisted. The buildings are literally the same shape, design, and everything. What the fuck?
trying to get them to hear me, or at least talk to me. There's a guy,
Yeah.
he tried killing me.
Okay.
He does not give a But for some reason, they just weren't responding. I even tested my mic to see if it was me, but eventually I figured out what was actually going on. My push to talk was, in fact, not on, meaning they've been hearing me the whole time, and either probably muted me from the beginning, or just listened to me ramble about my guy's fat ass. As I sat in silence and
Wait. I mean, this time I'm sure, like, the last little
or
place
just
you went
listened to
in,
me ramble.
like, this is literally Enlisted. Okay, what a surprise. It must be a game made by Gaijin as well. And maybe they just use asset because those buildings are literally the one from Enlisted. 100%.
About my guy's fat ass.
Like, this is a destructible building in the game.
As I sat in silence and shame, my teammates went on to finish the job, without me talking in their ears. Well, sorry if you, kind of heard me the whole time, you know, my bad. Alright, they stay up there, I'm getting...
It's
Okay, we won the game. And in the
Based on
second
the real
game, I
place.
avoided squads
Maybe.
this time and ran alone. Turns out, solos definitely garners more people. As you can probably tell, Cursed isn't quite dead. It's definitely
nah, okay. Okay, no. No. I mean, I recognize all of this. I don't think it's especially based on real place, because, well, it is, because in Enlisted it's based on, like, real place, right? Enlisted you have Normandy map, Germany, etc. Enlisted is literally, like, World War II map. But yeah, no. Like, they barely changed the inside of the
garners
buildings.
more people. As you can probably
Like-
tell, Cursed
The inside of this house is exactly the same in Enlisted, except I guess there's less modern items, but these literal stairs, I remember, like, camping multiple times as people come
isn't
up.
quite dead. It's definitely
Literally
close,
the
but
stairs.
the bots and occasional updates help the game feel much less lonely. Oh shit.
I mean, I can
Oh.
just look it up, but I'm sure of it. She's in Royal Enlisted. Yeah, I found a French post about it, I think. Yeah, so Unlisted was first, and then Cuisine Royale was supposed to be like a meme from Unlisted, but then it became an actual game. So yeah, I guess they're definitely using like assets from Unlisted, no doubt. No doubt.
Alright, you can't kill the zombies. You can't kill them. It's honestly probably the best dead game I've ever played. And also the weirdest. Oh my god!
Wow, that's crazy.
I do have one complaint though. Whatever the this is. Alright, the cars are not great. Yep. See you later. He's gonna drop right there, isn't he? Nope, he just disappeared. Of course he did. Of course. Okay. Brother, he's just flying.
Damn. What the fuck?
The
What the
abilities, they are definitely interesting. And turns out you can actually pay for better abilities and speed and lots of other character stats. Oh, okay. So you can pay. It's
Thanks, Gaijin.
What? The game itself is free though. So you just kind of come to expect these shitty little microtransactions that actually end up killing the player base more than making the developers rich.
If you can buy abilities, I mean, yeah, whatever is the point. Huh?
He's so
Free to play or not, what's the point? Huh?
Oh!
Nice. Huh?
This game definitely had a decent lifespan though, considering it's a little over 5 years old, but that's genuinely nothing in comparison to the next game.
Game 4. Active Worlds. Huh?
Active Worlds is one of the
1985,
oldest
okay.
3D virtual
I know about
worlds
it.
in existence and has been active since the mid-1990s. As
I
you would
know about
expect,
it.
that means a lot of the builds are very old. This block was built in 1996. Last time I
wasn't even
explored
born.
the main world called Alpha World, as well as the older Alpha World save where I ended up finding this. Jesus.
Yeah, I remember watching a video about some kind of creepy, like, personal world that someone had made in this, and it basically led to people like really wondering a lot about the guy who made it, and it was a big mystery thing. But yeah, I guess this is not a surprise that people would pass away, right? Like, the game has been around a long time. I mean, yeah.
I didn't expect that. But today, I decided to go further into different worlds that branched back as far as 1995. One of the first older places I found was called Mingo Ranch. It had a bunch of different teleport locations like the mall and also a memorial garden. Memorial garden? Okay, so this isn't where I was last time, but this is like, yeah, another memorial for some of the people who I guess played this game, was a part of this community. And there's a lot more like this as well, since this place has been going for so long.
That's sad, but also kind of beautiful.
People have come and gone. I tried searching for any info on this Mingo Ranch, but all my Google searches returned nothing. Unlike most worlds in the game, I think Mingo Ranch might still be relatively active, but the next world I went to likely isn't. Bro, look at that. Built at 2 AM on December 13th in 1997. Just this,
I wasn't
whatever
born.
this is. Isn't that crazy? Click to go to Walkersville.
That is
No way
crazy.
it's still a thing. 1995, that street was
Wow.
placed. How did it take them a year to go from that street to this street? This future-orientated world was called Metropolis, and is one of the most famous older worlds.
It looks pretty
I
good.
walked around looking at the dates of when people built their creations, and a lot of them were literally right after the game's release. And here we are at that big-ass city we saw. When was this built? 1998 at 3 AM.
I was
What
soon
is it
born.
with people and playing this game at 3 AM? Welcome to Toronto. Yeah, looks pretty accurate. After seeing Toronto, I called it there and traveled to a world called Lensman's Maze. This was a maze made by a legend called Lensman's, roughly in the 1990s. I walked through the halls of this place and ended up in a room showing everyone who'd ever beaten various levels.
This is definitely pretty special, and you know, we're definitely gonna get to the point eventually, like in 10, 20, 30 years, where it's gonna be more and more like that, because in the 2000s and now 2010, there's so many games like this, or somewhat like this, where in a couple decades, yeah, people can go back to this old world and user-created content and just reminisce about, those times. Minecraft is a big one, I guess. If people actually keep their saves and stuff like that. You have stuff like Roblox. There's definitely a lot of stuff like that, yeah. I feel like this genre of video will make a lot more sense in a couple decades. Like exploring user-created stuff from like decades ago, right?
Was of the maze throughout the years, dating all the way back to over 25 years ago. This is the whole of people who actually completed it. 1999, 2000, Mr. Brain, 2001, 2015. That's pretty recent. A lot of these names probably don't play the game anymore, but clearly the guy who made it still does, or at least did, because there was a sign saying new content was coming in 2021. Quite literally, everywhere you go in Active Worlds, you find decades old stuff and creative ideas made by ordinary people just having fun. It's honestly a big surprise that Active Worlds is still running, especially after 2002. In 2002, the creators decided to put the game behind a paywall, which drove a lot of people away to the newer game on the scene, Second Life, which is still running today. That same subscription model was removed entirely in 2013, but nobody really returned, leaving the game in the state it is now. Barely 20 people online at most hours, but still with a dedicated small community that sometimes come together to throw parties and remember the people that once played the game. Most of the info I got when researching Active Worlds came from Moore's Active World pages, which documented a lot of the players and worlds that have since shut down. In 2011 though, Moore sadly passed away, and the site hasn't been updated since, but the community of Active Worlds have archived it. I'll leave a link to Moore's site below so you can take a look yourself into the history of one of the most fascinating places on the internet.
It is something I wouldn't mind trying one day, yeah. Just to bask a little bit in the history of it. It's quite awesome. In who? Empire. Half-Life Deathmatch source.
I needed a break, so I went to one of the best Half-Life mods in existence. Half-Life Deathmatch Source.
Okay. That's a thing. That's a thing.
Released in 2006 and features all the classic weapons and maps, but on the Source engine. Okay, one server. Well, there's actually a couple, but
like
one server with 10 people.
An extreme Counter-Strike source.
Better than I expected. I hopped through the 2 or 3 only lobbies with more than one player and got my ass severely beat by people who seemed to be slightly better than me.
That's the way it is.
This game is interesting.
The less player there is, the more likely this is to happen when you start, as everybody playing is already a veteran.
Okay, I can't play this game. After those same people see you miss a couple shotgun shots in a row, they also then quickly realize you're new to the game and continue to try kill you with a crowbar for the rest of the map.
Okay. Oh wow.
No way he kills me.
No aim. That would be me.
After
That's
half an
literally
hour,
been me
I
right now
switched
playing Last of
servers
Us
to one
Part
with
2.
only one other player.
aim.
He was just alone on this open map, walking around, so I thought I'd go and say hi. Hey! Alright, man, Jesus.
I was just waiting for someone to kill.
There was one last server I joined, this time back into a deathmatch with at least 6 other people. One of them was a guy named Spooky Action at a Distance, and when I loaded into the second map, it displayed how many maps everyone in the lobby has played. Alright, time to dominate. Hold on, there's a guy in chat.
My man played over 100,000 maps.
Called Spooky Action at a Distance, and it says he's played 148,993 maps. So I did some research, and turns out Spooky has 88,261 hours on record.
Ow. I have never seen anything like that. There's no way. Ow. I mean, the game is almost 20 years old. But even if he plays every single day, how the fuck do you have 88,000 hours? I can't believe it. Is that even possible if you played, like, let's say 10 hours a day? I can't do math, but is that even possible? 10 hours a day every day for 20 years. I mean, yeah, but we would play 10 hours a day. This game, impossible. There's no way.
100 hours in the past 2 weeks, and as I write this, he's still in a
So much time to hold game like this. I mean, if they genuinely have fun with it, fair enough, but at the same time, I can't even imagine, you know? Like, for me, the game I played the most ever was probably Mountain Blade Warband, and all of the mods and DLCs, and I've got like 1,300 or 400 hours, and I can't ever imagine playing as much for any other game, because, you know, like, there really feels like there's a limit to... There's a point where you've seen everything, and there's not new fun to be had. So I really can't imagine. Like, especially with a game like this that doesn't really update or anything. Maybe if it was a game that constantly updates, I guess fair enough, but I can't imagine it. Even 5,000 hours seems crazy to me, no matter how much I like a game. I can't imagine. There's no way that's real.
Half-Life Deathmatch Source lobby. I assume this is a bot, but even
Right.
then, that many hours totals up to more than 3,692 days, or just over
Yeah,
10
okay.
years. I never did find out the reasoning behind why he always seems to be AFK, and if he actually is a bot. So if anyone knows, please tell me in the comments,
Okay,
and
it's
maybe
probably a
Spooky
bot.
himself might even see this. Got killed by a crowbar 5 times.
Okay, it's probably a bot. That's more realistic.
Poor fat fella, bro. He's the only other guy who's also new to the game. I've just killed him
Damn.
again.
Game 6. Vampire mods.
This is possibly one of the most niche dead games I've come across in a while, to the point where some regulars were wondering how we actually found the game.
How did you guys like stumble upon the game? It's pretty hidden on the store.
Yeah, I kind of just, I mean, I was just going through a bunch of dead games, found this, and then I told some people to get on. Empire's Mod is a very old Source game built around different classes, vehicle combat, and strategy commanders that tell each team what to do.
Yeah, this
I
looks pretty
loaded it
nice,
up, joined a server, and then realized I was all alone. I'm the
Sad.
only one in the whole game again. Wait, the game still works though. So I guess I'm just playing against a bunch of bots. There were bots though, and at some point someone called AJ Relly joined, but I killed them, and then they left straight away. It's so
Damn.
weird that I'm just completely alone. Oh! Look, he's on the other team. Time to f him up, I guess. Oh, that was actually him. Oh, he's already left. So at least an hour of my day was
Unfortunate.
spent shooting at bots and exploring these very old maps.
It really reminds me, like, back on the PS3, I had a Killzone 3, I think. It was, the Killzone series was pretty fun. I do remember it very fondly. It was like shooter with like this kind of pseudo-futuristic Nazi world, I guess. And there was a way to play against bots in like multiplayers because I didn't have internet, so I had no way to play against people. And I remember playing a lot against bots. Out of all the games that I had that you could play against bots, this was the best one. The bots were actually like very, very good. And I remember playing a lot of Killzone 3, I think it was, versus bots, yeah. I remember that. And actually having fun with it. I mean, again, I didn't really have the experience of playing against people before anyway, so I didn't know what I was missing. Yeah, so I played a lot against bots in that game.
Fellas, you're missing them all. I should actually give the game a bit of leeway, considering this is AI made in 2008. And you
Yeah.
can kind of tell. And then I discovered cars and how to make them. Why are they shooting me? Don't worry about him, boys. Don't worry about him. Ah,
You missed.
hold on.
Damn.
There we go. But I knew
Ragdoll
if
is
I
pretty
wanted
good,
to
huh?
actually experience the game, I'd need friends. So I called upon you. I put an invite out to anyone looking at my community page, and within 20 minutes or so, we had about 10 of us, just driving around learning the game
That's it,
we'd
huh?
never ever played before.
I have no
thought it would be
clue
like
what I'm even
200.
doing. I
Neither, man.
road like this.
Is it rainbow for you?
Yeah, that means we must go fast.
Oh, whoa.
How'd you
Okay.
get in there?
The freaking rainbow map.
Wrong button.
Oh, I'm in. Oh.
You said E? What?
No, there's only one seat. There's only one seat. Hey, look. Husk, try it. Husk, try it. Press E on it. There we go. Nice. Hey, oh.
Oh shit.
You good?
Careful. Careful with that. That steering's a little wonky.
The problem was, the community for a game like this is tight, and I found out that each week or so they host their own big games, which usually have around 50 people. The issue we created was that us joining the lobby alerted the regulars into thinking one of their big games was starting, but it wasn't. Yes!
Oh, okay.
We did it! I don't know what that means. Main one. They were really nice considering how hard we were to deal with, and a couple of the regulars took on the role of commanders, teaching us how to play the game. It was beautiful. What do you want me to
That's
do?
nice.
I want you to build that building I placed on the bottom. It's a refinery.
How do I... Oh, over there?
Yeah, you use your calculator to build it.
How do I get the calculator?
It's one of your weapons.
And genuinely didn't feel dead at any point, regardless of there only being 10 of us. The owner of the server we were on even appeared and said himself that the game doesn't often see many new players. So I'll leave their Discord link in the description.
I can imagine, yeah, all those dead games with like 10 to 20 people playing. Like, whenever they see a new person, they're probably shocked, right? Yeah. It feels like for them, it's probably just like some very, you know, obscure place to hang out and talk or something. Like in real life, it's just finding some back alley that you know that no one comes to. That's probably what it is.
If you guys want to go show them some love and maybe join in their next big game, which they told me always take place on the weekends. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I think Kawis, absolute legend, by the way. Thank you for actually trying to teach us. We're just a little bit helpless. What the
The game seems pretty advanced though. It seems cool.
I ran over 30 bots in a lobby by myself, and I feel like a new man. Pretty much all these games were recommended by you. So if you have a specific dead or dying game you want to see me play.
Okay, pretty awesome. I mean, this is a pretty cool genre video. I like the concept. Definitely interesting. I think the best thing about it is seeing, yeah, like, you know, because there's so little people, the people playing will probably be, for the most part, like normal, nice, and probably not like, you know, griefers or anything. So they'll actually probably have like good interaction with you, try to talk to you, try to explain the game. You know, so yeah, I feel like this is maybe less about like, you know, really exploring the games, but more having nice interaction. This seems kind of fun to do, definitely. Very good video. I enjoy the concept.